Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and thank you for joining me. In this pattern, you're going to find charts, written instructions to make a really cool and unique crochet bag pattern. You'll find the link in the video description below to download the pattern. Everything is listed in the video description. Let's get started.
For the first motif, we're going to start with a chain 5 ring, chain 5, and slip stitch to the 5th chain from your hook to form a ring. Round 1 begins with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and we'll work a double crochet in the ring. This is the ring here. Yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 1, and work 2 double crochets in the ring. We're going to do chain 1, 2 double crochets in the ring 6 more times. Then we're going to single crochet in the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. That single crochet counts as our last chain 1 space. So at the end of round 1, you should have 8 chain 1 spaces and 16 double crochets. Round 2 begins with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and we're going to work a double crochet in this chain 1 space equivalent, or underneath that single crochet from the previous round. Whoops. Try not to grab your tail. Chain 1 and 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. A repeat for this round is chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. You want to repeat that all the way around. Then at the end of the last repeat, we'll work 2 double crochets in the last chain 1 space, chain 1, and we partially started our first corner at the beginning of the round, so underneath that single crochet that counted as the chain 1 space here, we're going to work 2 more double crochets. So we started the round with 2 double crochets, ended the round with 2 double crochets, and then we're going to do a chain 3 equivalent for the corner, which is chain 2 and single crochet to the top chain of that beginning chain 3. Chain 2 single counts as the equivalent of a chain 3 space for that corner. And it is for our last chain 3 space throughout the rest of the motif. So this is what your work should look like at the end of round 2. You should have 4 chain 3 corners and 8 chain 1 spaces. Round 3 begins with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet in that same space, which means we're going to work under that chain 2 single, which is the chain 3 space equivalent, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, and then we'll work chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space a second time. chain 1, and then in the next chain 3 space we'll work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Our repeat for this round is chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, times 2, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 space, and let's repeat that all the way around. Okay, and same as in the previous round, our last corner is partially worked at the beginning of the round and then finished at the end of the round. So we'll work 2 double crochets in that same chain 3 space equivalent, chain 2, and single crochet in the third chain of the beginning chain 3, and that counts as our last 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet corner. And this is what your work should look like at the end of round 3. You should have 12 chain 1 spaces and 4 chain 3 corners. Each round going forward for the motif is going to be just, in the same established pattern that we have here, except we're always going to increase by 1 chain 1 space on each side, or 4 total per round, and always have these corners in the corners. So let's do round 4, chain 3, double crochet in that same space. So that part's the same as the previous round. And then the chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Instead of doing it 2 times per side on the previous round, we're now going to do it 3 times per side on this round. Then chain 1 and do the same corner in the chain 3 space, which is 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Okay, so our repeat for round 4 is chain 1, 2 doubles, 3 times, then chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. You want to repeat this all the way around. And then we'll finish our corner that we started in the beginning of the round by finishing it with 2 double crochets, and then the chain 3 equivalent of a chain 2, and single crochet to the top chain of the beginning chain 3 to join. So that's the same as every round previously and every round going forward as well. This is what your work should look like at the end of round 4. You should have 4 chain 3 corners, and you should have 16 chain 1 spaces around. Round 5 is again we're going to be repeating rounds 3 and 4 in the established pattern. Only difference is now we'll have chain 1, 2 double crochet 4 times along each side. So we'll start the round with a chain 3 that counts as a double crochet in the same space. The first half of our corner is done here. Then it's chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space 4 times. Two double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 space corner. And now we're working in that established pattern. Chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space times 4, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 space. And you want to repeat this all the way around. Okay, now we'll finish our last corner by working 2 double crochets into the same chain 3 space that we began the round with. Chain 2, single crochet in the third chain of the beginning chain 3 to join. And this is what your work should look like at the end of round 5. You should have 4 chain 3 corners and 20 chain 1 spaces. Now, your homework for next week. We're going to fasten off at the end of this round for the first motif, then make a second identical motif, but do not fasten off at the end of round 5. And you may think, oh, we're going to join these together with join as you go technique. No, we're going to do something totally different. So try not to guess and jump ahead. I'm going to show you something really cool and really different next week in the next video. So your homework is to work this round through round 5, fasten off, then work a second motif through round 5 and leave it just like this for beginning the next section of our Mystery Crochet Along September crochet bag pattern. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Okay, this is week 2 of our Mystery Crochet Along for September 2023. And if you're watching this later on, no problem. You can make this anytime you want. In fact, you can make it as many times as you want. So from week 1, I said to make sure you had 1 motif done and fastened off. You can weave in your tails and then have another motif done through round 5. This one's done through round 5 as well, but don't fasten this one off. And what we're going to do is hold these together with wrong sides facing. So right sides facing out on both sides. And instead of joining as we go, we're going to crochet through both thicknesses at the same time for most of round 6. So start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and then work a double crochet in that same space on this motif and in that same space on the motif behind. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, chain 1, and then working through both thicknesses of front motif and back motif, we're going to work 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. And then do that again. Chain 1, 2 double crochets through the next chain 1 space through both thicknesses. If you're not sure if they're lining up properly, just turn your work over to see the second motif. And we'll do that one more time. And one more time. So at this point we should have done chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space through both thicknesses 5 times, chain 1, and then working through both thicknesses or both motifs, we're going to work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 space on both motifs. And so our repeat for this round is chain 1, 2 double crochet 5 times, then chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. We're going to repeat that through both thicknesses on each of the next 2 sides. Okay, so we've worked around 3 sides of our square, starting in the middle of this corner and working down to this corner, across to this corner, and across up to this corner, working through both thicknesses of both motifs. Now for this 4th side and for the second half of this corner, for this side, we're going to work through just the front motif and skipping the back motif, but we'll finish the corner because we started the corner together. So let me show you that. So we'll do chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, but of the front motif only, we're skipping the back motif now. So we're not joining the 2 motifs together on this 4th side. So chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space through 1 motif only 5 times. Chain 1, and now we still need to finish this corner like we did on all the other rounds, but we're going to work it through both thicknesses like we did in the beginning of the round. So it'll be 2 double crochets through both motifs, chain 2, and single crochet in the top chain or the third chain of the beginning chain 3. And this is what your work should look like at the end of round 6. You should have both motifs joined together on 3 sides, open on the 4th side, and have a round 6 done. Round 6 should have 36 chain 1 spaces, 6 per side, and 4 chain 3 corners. Now I'll show you how to do round 7, which is still a continuation of this established pattern, but we'll be working through just round 6, which is a singular round now. So we'll start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet in that same chain 3 space equivalent. Then it's chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space 6 times. Then chain 1 and 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 corner. And you want to repeat now. Chain 1, 2 double crochet times 6, chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. You want to repeat that all the way around. Then at the end of the last repeat, in the last corner, we'll work 2 double crochet, chain 2, and single crochet to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. Counts as our 4th chain 3 corner equivalent. And this is what your work should look like at the end of round 7. You should have 7 chain 1 spaces per side, or 28 total, and 4 chain 3 corners. And this is what your work should look like on the front side. It should just look like a regular motif. And on the back side, you should see that second motif and just have that one side open where there is an inside section. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. We'll wait until we get further along in the project. Round 8 is going to be worked very similarly to round 7, except it's just going to be growing. So round 8 starts with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and a double crochet in that same space. Then it'll be chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space 7 times. then chain 1, in the next chain 3 corner, work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Our repeat for this round is chain 1, 2 double crochet 7 times, and then chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. You want to repeat this all the way around. And at the end of the round, just like at the end of each round prior, we're going to finish the last corner with the last chain 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space, chain 2, and single crochet in the top chain of the beginning chain 3 to join. And this is what your work should look like at the end of round 8. You should have 4 chain 3 corners, and you should have 8 chain 1 spaces along each side for a total of 32 chain 1 spaces at the end of round 8. The back side of your work should look like this. The front side of your work should look like this. This is the end of our section 2 of the mystery crochet along tutorial. This is also the end of the bag base. If you wanted to modify this pattern to make it a larger or smaller bag, you would want to end on a different even numbered round. So to begin the walls of the bag, which we'll do in the next tutorial, you want to make sure that you end with an even number of chain 1 spaces in the base, and that will make sense when I show you part 3 next week. In part 3, I'm going to show you how to work a different stitch pattern to work the walls of the bag, and also give you options for changing color if you want to make stripes. This is mystery crochet along part 3, where we're going to begin the walls of our bag, and I am going to change color because I want you to see specifically how we're modifying this stitch pattern to make zigzag chevron stripes in a very similar stitch pattern. So I'm going to fasten off my yarn, and anytime you change color to do different stripes throughout this section, you'll want to just fasten off and join your yarn in any corner the way I'm showing you. So I'm going to start with the next color of yarn and tie it to my crochet hook. You can use a square knot, a slip knot, whichever works best for you. Always remember there's no wrong way to be creative as long as you're getting the results that you want. And we can start in this first chain 3 corner, or we can start in any of them. It doesn't matter. We're going to start with a slip stitch to join, chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and work a second double crochet in that same chain 3 corner. Chain 1 and 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. And we'll do that 3 times. Okay, and now we're going to work a chain 1 and then double crochet 4 together over the next 2 chain 1 spaces, meaning we're going to do 2 legs of the double crochet 4 together in this chain 1 space and 2 legs in this one. So it's yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the next chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook in the same chain 1 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops on your hook. That's a double crochet 4 together over 2 chain 1 spaces. Then chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space 3 times. Then chain 1, and in the next chain 3 corner work 2 double crochet, chain 3, and 2 double crochet. Our repeat for row 1 of the bag walls is double crochet chain 1 times 3, double crochet 4 together, chain 1, double crochet, 2 double crochet times 3, chain 1 and 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 corner. You want to repeat that all the way around. At the end of the round, we're going to finish the last corner the same way we did all the previous rounds in the base, and that is to work the 2 last double crochets, chain 2, and single crochet to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3 to join. That chain 2 single crochet counts as our chain 3 equivalent. Notice that our bag is not laying flat anymore. We're done with the base, and now we're not doing any more increases, so the walls are just going to naturally start happening. It can either go this way or they can go this way. It doesn't matter at this point. We'll turn the bag to the inside or outside as we see fit when we are done. I'm not ready to show you the surprise yet. We're going to keep it going for the surprise for now. And round 1 is the only round you need for the bag walls. So we're going to repeat round 1 until our walls are the height we want. You can change color every round. You can change color every 5 rounds. You can keep it one color. It does not matter. I'm going to do a couple more rounds in this color so I can show you how the bag walls look as they keep growing, and then we'll fasten off and add a 3rd color so you can see another color change, and you want to just continue doing this until your bag walls are complete. Then in the 4th and final mystery section tutorial, I will show you how we're going to make some super sturdy bag handles without needing anything other than our yarn and our crochet hook. Pretty cool. Stay tuned. Here you can see I've worked the 2nd stripe with 5 rounds of the 1 round repeat for the walls. And now that I'm ready to change color, I'm simply going to cut my yarn and fasten off at the end of this stripe, and then I'll show you how we add another color again. You could absolutely do this project with 1 color of yarn. You could use a self-striping yarn, you could use a variegated yarn, or you can use multi-colors of yarn like I am. This would be a great stash buster as well. You can add any amount of color, whether it's 1 color or any unlimited number of colors. And you can make the walls of the bag as high as you want them. I'm going to do 5 rounds each of 3 different colors. But again, you do this as long as you want. At the end of your last round, you want to make sure you do not fasten off, because we will seamlessly be adding the straps, very sturdy straps that do not stretch, with just our yarn. I can't wait to show it to you. So make sure you watch the 4th and final video tutorial next week. In the meantime, here's how we're joining another color. We joined with a slip stitch, and then we're going to work in our established pattern again, which is just round 1 of the walls. It was chain 3 that counted as a double crochet, 1 double crochet in the same space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space 3 times, chain 1, double crochet 4 together over the next 2 chain 1 spaces, working 2 legs each in each of the 2 chain 1 spaces. Chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next chain 1 space 3 times, then chain 1 and 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet in the next chain 3 space, and you want to repeat this all the way around. And again, work as many rounds as you want to make your bag as tall as you want. And next week, in the next video, I will show you how we add the straps. So make sure you do not fasten off on the last round of your bag. Thank you for coming back and joining me for part 4 of our mystery crochet along September crochet bag pattern. We are now ready. We finished. We did the base of the bag. We did the secret surprise section inside the base of the bag. We did the walls of the bag, and now I'm ready to show you the straps. And then after the straps, I will reveal the surprise in this project. Okay, so like I said before, at the end of the last round, you do not want to fasten off. So we're positioned in the middle of a corner, and we're going to chain 40 and slip stitch to the next corner.
Okay, now we're going to chain 40 and slip stitch back to the previous corner. Bjorn. You jealous? You want to be on the camera? I know. I'm almost done. Okay, so we chain 40. We'll turn our work now to just slip stitch back into that first corner. And then we'll do this one more time, chain 40. He wants this space. Okay, so we did another chain 40 and we'll slip stitch back into the second corner. Whoops. Okay, so now we have 3 chain 4. Now we have 3 chain 40 straps, and we're going to turn our work one more time, and working around all 3 straps, we're going to single crochet 60 stitches. And because we're working around the straps, we can slide these over to make more room when we need it. If you wanted to make longer straps, you could make your chains longer. You would just want all 3 of them to be the same length, and then you'll want to do a little bit of extra single crochets around them. So like we did 40 chains and then 60 single crochets, so you want to add like a third more of whatever you did for your chains. We're at, what did we say, 45 here now? Okay, and then you just want to ease those around so that they're all nice and smooth and even. And then once you finish your last single crochet, you're going to slip stitch once again into that chain 3 space of the corner and fasten off. Our first strap is completed. Okay, so you just want to repeat this from this corner to this corner for your second strap. We'll join with the slip stitch here, chain 40 slip stitch, chain 40 slip stitch, chain 40 slip stitch, then 60 single crochets back to here and slip stitch to join, and that's it. Okay, who's ready to see the surprise now? So here's our finished bag. And remember, we had a mystery in the bottom where we joined 2 motifs on 3 sides. So let's now fold our bag to the inside. So we'll grab the base and pull it so the bag is now inside out. And you'll remember that we have one side open there. Well, what this is a pocket so that you can fold your bag up, tuck it inside the pocket when not in use. So all you need to do is fold, once it's inside it out so you can see the pocket, we're going to fold the bag in thirds like that. And then roll the bag up from the handles until we get close to the pocket. Okay, so now we see the pocket here. We've got our pocket hole, and we'll now fold the pocket back inside it out. And now we have a little storage pouch for keeping our bag. Isn't that fun? You could do this with any motifs if you wanted, and any stitch pattern for the walls, but I thought it'd be super fun to try this really cool technique in the simplest of stitch patterns, the granny stitch. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this pattern and if you would like more mystery crochet along projects. If you have any questions at all, please feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.